Back live for game 2 of the night. We got another good one in store between two 1-0 teams in USC and Clemson. Clemson and their home opener. In the booth with me is Johnny. Johnny boy, how's it going?
It's doing well, man. How are you?
I am doing well. We just had a great first game. Hoping the second game is going to be just as good. On paper, this matchup looks phenomenal. USC coming off a big win last week, 30-point win, and then Clemson surprised a lot of people last week with the big win, and the additions of Ronald Burgundy and Baker Bueller and Charlie Banks has really been great for the Tigers. So we'll see if the more veteran USC team can handle a young Clemson team, or if this young Tigers team can come out with their second victory of the season.
Yeah, no doubt. Both of them had really good game one last week. Definitely going to be hungry to get to 2-0. So this one should be just exciting.
Should be Clemson putting on a light show as we're going to see their starting lineups. We get treated to these every once in a while. These pregame animations are pretty fun to watch. But both 1-0 teams. And both of these teams were teams that underachieved last year, probably according to their own coaches. They both got off to a good start in week one by winning their first game. One of these teams is going to move to 2-0 on this young season. Which one do you think it's going to be?
I think for me, it's who's gonna win on the boards. I think Clemson was +11 last game, and USC was -5. I think that'll be a big determining factor, maybe who wins the second chance points.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Charlie Banks has looked like one of the best young guys in the league. So we're going to see if USC can handle him. Neil Mason is a great defender in his own right. So let's see what happens in this game as we're about ready for tip-off here in the CSBA. This has been a fantastic week already. This should be another great game. Johnny, what did you think of those games yesterday, man? Some of those games were fantastic.
Yeah, they were fantastic. I had the first two games, and starting off that Florida Purdue game going in overtime, I was sweating there in the fourth quarter because I didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Florida, big win for the Gators. First win of the season, first career win for Coach David Ware. Always nice to get that first one under your belt for sure. And then our game one today, Kansas and Gonzaga was a bloodbath for pretty much that whole game. Gonzaga held the lead most of the game, and then Kansas just exploded in the fourth quarter with like a 26-7 run to close out the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I saw that. It was kind of crazy. I kind of caught the end of it because I got a little busy with some phone calls and stuff and kind of getting ready for this game. But I caught that. That was a crazy game. Even kudos to the Indiana Georgetown game. Indiana kind of fought that entire game. It just ended not falling their way to end doing that upset bid.
Yeah, you see the starting lineups there. We're ready for tip-off after the pregame festivities. Clemson, USC, about to get underway. The ball is tipped back to Ronald Burgundy and now thrown back to Charlie Banks, the freshman. This freshman trio of Baker Bueller, Ronald Burgundy, and Charlie Banks has been good for the Tigers. Banks going to pull up first jumper of the game. No good. Rebounded by Stan Strong, who had a big game for USC last week.
Yeah, no doubt. Stan Strong had a wonderful game last week, knocking down 20 points. Very effective from the field.
Can't get the jumper there. Rebounded by D. Roxbury, who throws that up. No foul there. Mo Buckets gets an offensive board, so USC is going to get a third chance here on offense. As Ling Yao with the ball gets screened from Buckets. Pull-up jumper. Ling Yao can't get it to go. Rebounded by Burgundy. But if you're USC, you got to love getting 3 looks.
Yeah, no doubt. Good offensive rebound.
And then on the other end, Burgundy rises up on Neil Mason. Mason got caught a little too far under the basket there, Johnny. Maybe underestimated the jumping ability of Burgundy.
Yeah, no doubt there. He took a strong take to the lane and dunked it on that USC defender.
Yeah, Ling with the jumper there. It's 2-2. Ling's gonna be a guy. I think it's actually Yao. In the Chinese culture, it's the first name is said second there. So I think it's Yao Ling. He'll have to correct me on that. But Charlie Banks with the dunk on the other end. But Yao's a guy that's going to. He's much improved for this USC team, slowly emerging as their star.
Yeah, no doubt. He had 6 points last game. My big thing from him, he had 4 assists and 4 steals. A little playmaking there last game, but still had a couple buckets down the stretch, I believe, that kind of added to it.
Yeah, he's a fantastic defender. Clemson's throwing a dunk party right now. A lob goes up top to Lennox Rice, and Clemson's up 6-2 off 3 dunks.
Yeah, maybe you see a lot tonight where might need to check the landing pad at the end of this one.
Moses King, 4 dunks for Clemson as they throw it down. It's a dunk party right now for Clemson as they got an 8-2 lead, and the crowd here at Little John's Coliseum is just is rockets right now.
Yeah, as I said last night a lot, I said, Houston, we got takeout, and it's our takeoff because it's a party right now.
Ball with Neil Mason on the wing. Let's see if USC can quiet the crowd a little bit here. It's Neil Mason fadeaway jumper. That's up, no good. Rebounded by Lennox Rice, and off goes Clemson in transition with Baker Buehler. Buehler to the wing. Now he's got a lot of room. He's going to pull a 3 from the top of the key. Got it to go. Clemson off to a great start. 11-2. Timeout USC. We'll be right back after this short one. 5:23 left in the first. CSBA on Twitch. Back to Little John Arena. Clemson starting off hot. 4 for 4, I think. For 11 or 5 for 5. 11-2 run to open the game.
Yeah, no doubt. Clemson has come out firing all cylinders, and USC's defense a little sleepy right now. All the dunk party going on. I guess they haven't got. They're still back in the locker room.
Ling Yao can't get it to go, and Roxbury throws in the tip dunk of his own. So both teams playing above the rim as USC comes out of the timeout and scores. Now the ball with Burgundy up top. Burgundy goes off the pick and roll, goes up for the one-handed flush. The middle is wide open right now for USC, and Clemson is just taking advantage.
Yeah, they are, man. 6-7. That's hot. That's really hot. And, USC's doing some things a little well on offense. Their defense just hasn't seemed to haven't been in connection with their offense yet. So there'll be something to see to turn around if they don't.
Stan Strong comes off the screen. Strong's going to pull up for 3 from the wing. Can't get it to go. Rebound pulled down by Rice. Clemson the aggressor so far with Charlie Banks now in transition. Gives one move. Goes to the paint. Tries to throw it, but Ling Yao with the steal. His 5th on the season now as he pushes in transition. He's in the chat. Phoenix, do you want your guy, is it Ling Yao or Yao Ling? You got to let me know as he goes up for the layup there. 13-6. But he's providing a big lift right now for the Trojans. Time out on the floor. 4:03 left in the first. Clemson 13, USC 6. We'll be right back. Back to Little John Arena on the campus of Clemson University. The Tigers have a 13-6 lead. Ling Yao has given them the Trojans a little bit of a lift, but we're going to see what bench come alive here. Ty White is going to lead the bench here for Clemson. We'll see, who can make the adjustments off the bench as Ty White tries to drive in, floater up, no good, rebounded by Booth, and USC did a better job there clogging the paint.
Yeah, no doubt.
Dexter Jackson hits the 3. Johnny Dexter Jackson's a guy that we've seen come off the bench and really get hot and bring his team back into games, and we see a big 3 there.
Yeah, he did that a little bit last game, I believe, too. He kind of helped continue USC that momentum against Louisville. Right there, that was a really good shot. We shot 40% from the three-point line last game. That's a pretty good mark.
Layup for Clemson gets it to go, 15-9. Evan Hill with the ball now, gets the strip, but gets it back. Trying to get in the paint is Hill. Gets over to Bubba Chuck. Now throws it away. Ty White, nobody in front of him. He gets the steal. He's off to the races. Layup is good. Didn't want to join the dunk party, apparently. It is 17-9.
Yeah, I was waiting for that dunk to rise up a little bit. I was waiting for it because I was about to jump out of my chair because there'd been another dunk.
It would have been, but he lays it up, gets the sure too. Hill tries to get inside, gets fouled, can't get it to go. Ty White picks up the foul, and Hill will go to the line for 2. Looks like Ty White needs to get in the store and buy some more athleticism, right? More, get that vertical up. Maybe a dunk package.
Yeah, for sure. He had dunk, but maybe he was just like, I'm gonna go with the easy finish, get the 2 points, and get back on defense.
Yeah, for sure. 2 points is 2 points in the game of basketball, whether you throw it over your head and it goes in or you lay it up, right? So it gets the job done. Hill hits the free throw here, 17-10. 2:48 left in the first. Baby Hawk approves. What do you like? You want USC or Clemson? You like Tigers though, huh? Orange is her favorite color, so I'm pretty sure she's going to go with Clemson. As Hill hits both free throws. Lombardo's going to take it out for Clemson. Ty White now with the ball. Crosses half court for the Tigers over to Dalla Dalla. Dalla Dalla Bills, y'all. Liam Boss, three-pointer, top of the key. That doesn't go. Rebounded by Bubba Chuck. USC now pushing quick in transition with Dexter Jackson. Hop step in the lane, goes up with the layup. Can't finish. Rebounded, pulled down by Jackson. They're going to reset now. Not Jackson's strong suit as he misses the layup there. Hill comes off it. Floater up off the glass. No good. Rebound pulled down by Buddy Love. And Dalla Dalla pushing in transition for Clemson. Surf Booth gathers the rebound, pushes ahead for USC now. Booth's going to give it over to Evan Hill, who shoots the three and is fouled by Lombardo and one.
Oh,
I think this might be our first, was that a three? Did they call that a three?
Yeah, they did.
They
had 11.
Yeah. I think this might be our first 4-point play in history of CSBA. I don't think we've had one yet. No pressure, Evan Hill.
No pressure at all.
We'll see. Everybody be quiet and see if Hill. You guys might want to clip this if he makes it. It's the first 4-point play in the history of the CSBA. So, free throw by Hill, up and no good. He ruins it. Sorry guys, I jinxed it. Liam Boss crosses half court at 17-14 as he brings it out. Now goes behind the back to Ty White, 3-pointer from the wing. That's up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Chuck. So what a loser. Hill gets it in transition and gets the layup. So he said, "Joke's on you guys. I'm going to give 7 points." And Hill having a great game off the bench for USC, much like we saw Kitchler last game for Gonzaga.
Yeah, Hill's definitely having a great game so far. He had a pretty good game last time out as well.
Ty White gets the pull-up jumper to go. White is very effective when he can get in the lane and, some space in the lane. One of the better ones at attacking for sure as Clemson takes a timeout. It's 19-16, 1:30 left in the first. Johnny, we'll talk through the timeout a little bit. USC's bench is coming in and giving them a really big lift, mainly Evan Hill. You can't really count out these Trojans ever. They're feeling good after that big win last week. This is already turning out to be a really good game.
Yeah, it has. USC got there was a little margin there early by Clemson with all those dunks. Up at least most 7 was the most, I believe, 7-9. But USC's just continuing to stay in the game, doing what they need to do. They got to the free throw line, got some easy points there, got some offensive rebounds got some second chance points, and that's allowed them to stay in the game.
For sure. Timeout over here on Little John Coliseum, the best arena name in my opinion in the CSBA. Ty White hit the jumper there right before the timeout. That's a tough player to guard off the bench if you're USC. So Evan Hill's got his hands full, but right now it's the Hill versus Ty White show off the bench. Surf Booth back to Hill. Hill's gonna back out. Goes over to Chuck. Bubba Chuck working against Buddy Love. Now Surf Booth can shoot the ball as he tries to get in the lane there. Almost stolen. Bubba Chuck goes up with the left hand and can't finish. Rebound pulled down by Lombardo. Ty White backdoor to Buddy Love. Can't get it to go. Great help defense by Dexter Jackson, who rotated over there. Surf Booth with the layup on the other end. It's 19-18. Johnny, USC's defense turning into offense there.
Yeah, there was a great help defense there. Great defense turns into great offense, and right there it just showed kind of an easier layup at the rim.
Liam Boss gets it to Ty White. Pump fakes once, got Surf Booth on him. Steps back, jumper with the guy in his face, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Hill. USC will see if they push for a 2-for-1 here as Joey Thrills with the ball. Trying to get in, Dalla Dalla stops him. Thrills gets into the paint, goes to Surf Booth, now back out to Hill. They're not going to get a 2-for-1 opportunity now. Great defense by Clemson. Hill in the paint, kicks back out to Jackson, over to Booth, back to Hill, back to Jackson. 5 seconds left. They're going to go pick and roll now. Jackson comes off the ball, stripped. Sir Booth's going to have to fire a 3 at the buzzer. Up, no good. Rebounded, pulled down by Love, and Clemson will have the last shot.
Yeah, a little struggle there for USC. If they would have taken care of the ball, they probably would have gotten a better shot.
Lombardo with a 3 at the, right before the buzzer, no good. Probably not the best look that Clemson could have got out of that. There was still a few seconds left on the clock, but we're going to end the first quarter. Clemson 19, USC 18. We're back for the start of the second quarter. CSBA on Twitch. Back to Little John Coliseum for the start of the second quarter. Clemson's got a 1-point advantage here at the end of the first, Johnny. USC's bench made a really big difference. What are we going to see here in the second quarter?
Yeah, I think USC. I think their bench is gonna continue to contribute throughout this entire game. They got a pretty solid bench. Maybe that'll get their starters going. Clemson. I think you just got to get back to moving the ball. Maybe get get that dunk party going again, because that was really giving them big momentum.
Yeah, they're getting out and running in transition. It's fun to watch. Evan Hill hits the layup or the layup there to give USC the lead, and then Ty White comes right back with the jumper of his own to give Clemson back the lead.
Yeah, a little back and forth here. Might even come down if this continues. It'll just who's going to get the more consecutive stops.
Hill kicks out to Sir Booth, no good. Gets his own board, or gets the board. Hill does, and can't finish. Liam Boss drives in, gets fouled by Dexter Jackson, so Boss will go to the line for 2. But how about Johnny? How about Evan Hill right now? The fight from this junior guard, gets inside, gets the rebound, and tries to put it back in, but very tough guard.
Yeah, tough guard, definitely. USC's been more active on the offensive glass the entire night. There's a couple putbacks that haven't fallen yet, but hey, if they keep doing that, I expect a lot more second chance points to happen throughout the rest of the game.
Yeah, I do as well. It looks like some starters are going to come back in. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back.
You did.
Back here, I'm assuming the first free throw missed by Lombardo. It's still a 1-point game.
Yes.
Second free throw is up and good. Johnny, take over on the play-by-play real quick.
All right. Got it. USC deep 3. 23's got the ball, passes over to Rice. Drives it in, good. USC's got the ball, driving down the court.
And then back, Ling Yao with the 3 from the wing. Got it to go. Johnny, thanks for taking over there. But Ling Yao hits the 3 on the other end for USC. Big shot for him. 26-24 now. Baker Bueller driving in against Stan Strong. Can't get it to go. Rebound pulled down by Stan Strong. We'll see if Strong can get going. Had a 20-point game last week. Gets ahead. And nice dish to Ling Yao with a powerful dunk. Very LeBron-esque there.
Yeah, Powell. That was a great up-court pass. Powerful dunk there by Ling Yao, making a statement.
Up top to Lennox Rice for the alley-oop. This has been a really fun game, Johnny. Both highlights on both ends.
Yeah, no doubt, for sure. Just running and gunning a little bit. I think both teams, they can execute. Whoever executes better in the half court will definitely take an advantage in this game.
USC answers on the other end. It's 30-26. Liam Boss gets it almost stripped. Now out of bounds. What hustle by Ling Yao there. This USC team is a bunch of fighters, Johnny. We're seeing that early.
Yeah, they are for sure. Scrappy. Can't remember who it was last night. I believe it was Indiana. They were scrapping for the ball a little bit, knocking things loose. Yeah, they're just fighting. I mean, it's that Trojan mentality.
The ball now with Charlie Banks up top, guarded by Neil Mason. Now over to Ronald Burgundy, who's going to drive. Gets a nice first step, floater up and good. That was a quick burst of on that first step there from Burgundy.
Yeah, quick step there by Burgundy. USC just got to move the feet right there, but great move all around.
So Mo Buckets up top now to Neil Mason. Looks like they're going to try to get Yao again. They don't. Neil Mason pull-up jumper off the screen. That's no good. Rebound pulled down by Banks. Nice box out by Banks there as he goes quickly ahead to Burgundy. Burgundy over to Boss. Now back to Bueller. Back to Burgundy. Goes up with the shot, but blocked by Roxbury. So good transition defense by USC.
Yeah, absolutely. That was good ball movement, but just better transition defense.
Ball pulled down there. Layup good by Neil Mason. Timeout Clemson, 32-28. We're going to take a quick break. 4:31 left in the half. Trojans up by 4. CSBA on Twitch. We'll be right back. All right, back to Little John Arena. 32-28, USC leads Clemson. Johnny, been a good one so far. Been an exciting game. A lot of clippable moments in this one.
Yeah, it really has. There's a lot of dunks, some good shots from the three-point line. It's honestly keeping everybody on its toes, and honestly, that's what I like to see sometimes. This is a very game to pay attention, a very active game.
Yeah, for sure. Charlie Banks hits the jumper there off the screen. It's 32-30. It's probably going to be a pretty high-scoring affair from the looks of it so far as Neil Mason kicks over to Stan Strong. Clemson has done a good job on Strong so far as he pulled up jumper from the free throw line and got it to go. But credit Bueller for doing his best job on a guy that scored 20 last week for USC.
Yeah, and absolutely. Good job there. Kind of point out, Neil Strong and Stan Strong and Neil Mason been kind of quiet here. USC's up 6.
Yeah, on cue. Neil Mason gets a steal there and goes in transition layup. Nice layup to get it around Burgundy there. 6-point USC lead. Banks comes off a screen. Pull-up jumper from the wing. Up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Mo Buckets. Off goes USC in transition again. Neil Mason pushing ahead here for the Trojans. He backs it back out now at the top of the key. It looks like they're looking for Stan Strong. They get him open. Three-pointer wing. That's up. No good. Rebound pulled down by Rice. Charlie Banks now with the ball at the top of the key. Guarded by Ling Yao. Ling Yao has turned himself into a superstar for this UFC team. As Burgundy drives in. Layup no good. Rebound pulled down by Strong. Great look from Burgundy. He's going to get those to drop more often than not. USC in transition with Yao again.
Yeah, right on cue for Yao. He's had one heck of a first half.
Burgundy trying to go into the lane. Good job by Buckets getting him back. Burgundy's going to try to drive here. Half spin, tries to get in the lane. Now full spin, gets into the lane. Buckets doing a great job as they go to Charlie Banks. It's pretty clogged down there. Burgundy's going to have to throw one up. Can't get it to go. Rebound tipped out of bounds off Banks last, and USC's going to take over.
Yeah, interesting offensive set there. Clemson, honestly, a little forced it a little bit. Get a cleaner look, and I had no doubt that floater would have went in.
It's 38-30. Neil Mason with the ball working against Charlie Banks. Mason tries to drive. Banks blocks the shot. Now he's going to push in transition. Gets it over to Baker Buehler. Now down to King, who's got Yao Ling on him. Or Ling Yao, rather. Charlie Banks now swings it over to Rice. Back to Buehler. They're going to come off a screen now from Rice. Buehler's got a lane. He drives in, goes up with the left hand and finishes. Nice little set there from Clemson to open that lane on the other side.
Yeah, no doubt. Way to create space and attack aggressively to the basket. That's what you need to get back in this game.
Clemson shooting 54%, USC shooting 48%. Neil Mason comes off the screen, pull-up jumper, no good. Rebounded, pulled down by Rice. Clemson gonna try to cut this again. Charlie Banks goes right past Neil Mason for the layup. We're not used to seeing that. Neil Mason, one of the quicker guards we have, but Banks just flew by him.
Yeah, he did. He flew him right there to the basket, and kind of a surprise miss there on the other when USC had the ball last. He got open, and Neil Mason just missed a wide open jumper, so it was kind of a surprise miss.
Ling Yao drives in, gets fouled by Lennox Rice, so he'll go to the line for 2. Ling Yao, the Chinese native, going to the line for the Trojans. It's 38-34, 124 left here in the half. It's been a fantastic game already. You know, coming into this game, Johnny, I might have given Clemson the edge at home, but it was really a toss-up. We talked about it on Hawk Talk a lot. Like, I'd give Clemson the old -2 at home just because they're at home. But other than that, this game was really difficult to pick.
Yeah, it really was. It was definitely tough since both teams coming off a win. Kind of a convincing win no matter what. Regardless if you can win by 20, 30 points, it's a convincing win no matter who you're playing. Because on a getting night, you can end up losing by 20. You just don't, if you have a terrible game. So it was definitely a hard pick for me.
Yeah, according to this pick'em, 54 with Clemson, 29 with USC. It's the second closest gap of the week in pick'em. So even the people knew that it was going to be a good game, and right now we're getting a good game as Ling Yao hits both free throws. Buddy Love now with the ball for Clemson, kicks it up to Moses King for the top of the key 3, rattles it in. And that Clemson can hurt you because they can stretch you out so well with Moses King.
Yeah, definitely a stretch look. It stretches the defense. It makes them try to stay more on their toes. And right there, they just kind of made them pay.
Evan Hill back into the game for USC. Had a great first quarter. It looks like they're going to let him go pick and roll with Booth. Hill comes off. He gets the switch on to Lombardo. 5 now. He tries to drive in. Gets into the paint. Trying to go up. Goes up with the left hand and finishes. Evan Hill continuing his tough game.
Yeah, what a half by Evan Hill. He's not scared over that big defender. He went up there and finished that one.
42-37, 17 seconds left in the half. See if Clemson tries to go 2 for 1. They're not working very fast here, so maybe content in just getting a good shot. Lombardo, corner 3. That's up and no good. Rebounded, pulled down by Yao as he's going to push forward for USC. USC now in transition. Yao goes up, blocked. It looked like it got blocked from Buddy Love by Buddy Love from behind. And Clemson's going to push in transition with Ty White. Pull-up jumper. That's up. No good. Rebounded by Lombardo and put in. Not the greatest shot there, Johnny, from Ty White due to the time and score, but it works out for him.
Yeah, no doubt. It was a little quick. I mean, it was open, but I would have rather passed it around a little bit. Maybe he got a better catch-and-shoot situation.
Evan Hill at the buzzer for 3. Got it to go, and USC closes out the half of the three-pointer. 45-39. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back and talk about this at half. This has been a phenomenal game. CSBA on Twitch. Guys, tag your locker rooms. This is going to be a great finish. We'll be right back. So, Johnny, let's talk about this half a little bit. USC, 45 points in the first half. We've seen this Trojan team before, really go off on offense. And right now they're having as good of an offensive game as I've seen them have. Really led by Ling Yao and Evan Hill. But this Clemson team is tough in transition. That first quarter was something else for the Tigers.
Yeah, no doubt. Clemson got in transition. I think that'll be a key for them the rest of the game. Get out in transition a little bit to get some easy buckets, because it seems like USC's defense is kind of settled in now. And USC, crazy. They were kind of defensively, they were running a little slow, and then their offense woke up. And the scary thing is, their 2 stars aren't even leading the way right now for USC, and USC's got a 6-point lead. Yeah, almost an identical game. If you're looking at the halftime stats, Clemson's actually shooting a better percentage than USC is. Yeah.
So, I mean, we're going to see what happens here in the second half. We'll see if Clemson can get back to that transition. USC looks like they made those adjustments necessary. And we'll see if Clemson can slow down Evan Hill and Ling Yao.
Yeah, no doubt, definitely. Like I said, it's scary to think, but they don't. USC got the momentum right now, so I'd like to see what they do carrying into the third and fourth quarter to try to seal the deal.
Ling Yao with 16 points at the half for the Trojans, leading all scorers. Evan Hill's got to have at least 10 or 12 as well. But we'll see if Clemson could slow down Ling Yao or if Ling Yao's going to go off for another 16 in this half. So the ball with the USC coming out of the half. Ling Yao working against Moses King. Has to pick his dribble up, goes down to Roxbury, goes up with the right hand, can't finish, but Mo Buckets comes in for the putback dunk right there.
Yeah, interesting first shot, but works out in the end. Got a second chance points off a dunk. Got a box out there if you're Clemson.
Burgundy drives in, can't get the finger roll to go. Rebound tipped and grabbed by Buckets. Clemson a little undersized against this USC team. Buckets and Roxbury down low are going to give him a little bit of fits. Ling Yao goes for the shot and blocked out of bounds by King. So Moses King comes out at halftime and says, I want the assignment on Ling Yao, and he's doing a great job so far on 2 possessions in a row.
Yeah, he has. He was locking them up a little bit there in that first possession, and right there with the block. Keep it going. Maybe that give him a little momentum.
Roxbury taking it out for USC. He inbounds down low to Mo Buckets, guarded by Burgundy. Mo Buckets takes a dribble, right hand jump hook up and good. He's got about 3-4 inches on Burgundy. So he's got the height advantage on that hook shot. It's almost virtually impossible. It's virtually impossible to block.
Yeah, absolutely. And right there, taking advantage. That's one thing for USC going down the stretch. Take advantage of those disadvantages.
USC gets a steal. Stan Strong's going to slow it down and run a set here. Gets a screen here from Roxbury. Splits the double team. Stan Strong jumper up, no good. Mo Buckets with the putback. And right now, USC dominating the glass.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said earlier, I think the winner of this game, whoever dominates the glass in the game, and right now USC's doing it. They had it early on with offensive rebounding, and they do it there again.
Steal, another steal from USC. They're going to push in transition with Yao. He's going to back it back out and steal from behind by Rice. Fouled on the other end, King is by Roxbury, so he'll go to the line for 2. A lot of people in chat saying they don't understand why the guards don't bring the ball down. Clemson's got a point forward, I believe, or a two-way playmaker. You know, on a lot of these rosters, if you have a point forward or a two-way playmaker, they're going to get a lot of, they're going to be what you call play starters, so they're going to bring the ball up a good amount of time. So that's why we see guys like Moses King bring up the ball for Clemson, because he has the play starter ability as a point forward or two-way playmaker, whichever he is.
Absolutely, I agree with that. Even me, sometimes I would say, John, for Oregon, I've seen, bringing up a little bit the break starter. I'm that two-way playmaking build, so you definitely see that a lot, and honestly, it adds a different aspect of the game.
Yeah, it definitely is a luxury actually to have when you have so many. I mean, you look at a team like Oklahoma State; they got point forwards all over the place, right? So. They bring so many different dynamics by getting those guys to bring up the ball. So definitely a luxury at times. Can be frustrating at times as well. Free throws both. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, no, absolutely. I was just going to kind of build off that just real quick, too. It even helps, especially if your point guard can be a shooter as well. It allows them to maybe run a transition to set up, or it allows them to get open for an open layup at the basket.
Yeah, Charlie Banks gets a layup to go. Yeah, you mentioned that if you have a scoring point guard, a point guard that's not really a facilitator, it's actually a luxury to have a point forward or playmaker, because you can get them off screens and stuff as well. So a little pro tip there. Layup good by Burgundy, and Clemson getting back in transition, doing what they did in the first quarter well. Dexter Jackson with the ball at top, working against Moses King. Gets it over to Neil Mason. Three-pointer, that's up and good. He knew it when he left its hand.
Bang, he knew. And if you're Clemson, that you don't want to let that man get hot, because he can unravel for several points in a row.
54-45, ball out to Moses King. Three-pointer from the wing, and he answers. Big shot there by Moses King to bring the lead back down to 6. Neil Mason crosses over half court, gets it over to Stan Strong. Strong rejects the screen, pull-up jumper. That's up, no good. Rebounded, pulled down by Rice. Johnny, I mean, you got to love that if you're USC, Stan Strong's 1 for 6, 2 points, and you're in the lead in this game.
And that's crazy to think, especially since Stan Strong pulled off 20 points last game in a convincing win, and they're up now. It shows how valuable he is.
Ball stripped by Mason. It goes off of Charlie Banks, so the ball will go back to USC right here. Great strip there. Neil Mason, a fantastic point guard defender on the perimeter there with very quick hands, and we see it there against Charlie Banks. Ball inbounded to Neil Mason, now over to Stan Strong. Strong trying to get himself going here. Goes down to Buckets. Buckets working against Ronald Burgundy. Back out to Mason. Pick and roll now time. Neil Mason goes up and snatch blocked by Burgundy.
Those are my favorite blocks in the game, those snatch.
Burgundy tries to go up top to Rice. It was tipped, but he got it back and fouled by Mason, so Ronald Burgundy will go to the line for 2 here. Yeah, those snatch blocks are fun to watch for sure. Ronald Burgundy's having a pretty good game for Clemson right now. I would say that he's, that out of those 3 freshmen, Bueller, Burgundy, and Charlie Banks, I would say Burgundy's probably having the best game.
Yeah, no doubt. We've called his name several times tonight. He's been very active on offensive and defense. I think he's definitely a key down the stretch for Clemson to get back in this game and take a lead.
First free throw is good by Burgundy, so it's 54-49. Some subs going to check in. You see Bubba Chuck there for USC. Stan Strong going to head to the bench with Neil Mason and Mo Buckets. So full bench in for USC. Evan Hill back into the game for the Trojans. Had a great first quarter. We'll see if that earns him some more second half minutes with this Trojan team. Free throw good by Burgundy. It's 54-50. Evan Hill with the ball, guarded by Ty White. Hill over to Bubba Chuck now. Chuck at the top of the key, back to Hill. White doing a better job here on defense. 10 seconds left. They're going to go pick and roll. Hill at the top of the key. They get to switch with Lombardo. Not a lot of time. Hill's going to have to make something happen. Drives by Lombardo. Pull-up jumper. No good. Rebounded by White. And he's going to push in transition now as Ty White goes down to Dalla, who gets stopped and throws up an awkward shot, but it goes in, and it's a 2-point game.
Yeah, that was a little awkward shot there. I was actually kind of surprised it went in, but hey, it's one of those shots. If it goes in, you're happy. If it doesn't, you're wondering why he took the shot.
Right, yeah. Ball thrown away by Hill. Lombardo with the steal. Clemson has a chance to tie or take the lead here. Boss in the post, stopped by Jackson. Now back out to Dalla. He goes out to the three-point line. They're going to reset and run a play. Hand off to White, followed by a screen. Now to Boss. Great defense by USC right now. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Dalla is going to throw up a 3. That's up no good. Rebounded by Surf Booth.
Yeah, great defense there by USC. Way to lock down the paint and everything, and great switching. Can't get better than that.
Hill drives in, and Ty White strips him, and he steps out of bounds with the ball to Clemson. Ty White, it looking like early here in this rotation that he's accepted the challenge of Evan Hill and rose above.
Yeah, no doubt there. Got the strip there. Got to do that. This man got hot. Hit that 3 there at the end of the half. For this momentum from Clemson, you got to lock him down if you want to keep this momentum.
Backdoor cut to White. Layup. Good. You saw the play there. White looked like he was going to come off the overcut there and then went backdoor. So a great design play by Clemson as they tie it here.
Yeah, no doubt. I love those kind of plays, to be honest. We had one in high school that kind of did that. The guy kind of bops out and then cuts straight backdoor. Sometimes it worked every time because they just weren't ready for the back door.
54-54, USC calls a timeout here. Clemson has tied the game here in the third quarter at home. Surf Booth's going to inbound the ball for USC, gets it into Joey Thrills. Thrills driving left, now backs back out. Up top to Dexter Jackson, swings it over to Bubba Chuck, who's going to follow with the screen. Chuck comes off the screen, pulls back to Jackson. Three-pointer, Dexter Jackson from the wing, no good. Rebounded, pulled down by Lombardo. Liam Boss with the ball in the wing now, guarded by Surf Booth. Swings it back to Ty White. White's got some space. Now backs back out against Evan Hill. They're going to play pick and roll with Buddy Love. Hill goes under. Ty White, nice pass to Buddy Love, and he gets it to go.
Yeah, great Great look, great execution on that pick and roll. Way to go, Ty White there. Look at that opening. I've seen a couple times before happen where the big man gets open the screen and you don't pass it for an easy layup, and right there they made him pay.
Evan Hill misses the open three, so maybe cooled down a little bit at half. USC on a big drought. No points in the last 3.5, almost 4 minutes. As Ty White drives in, goes up, and can't finish. Rebound pulled down by Thrills. But the USC defense really keeping them in it when their offense has been lacking.
Yeah, absolutely. Their defense has been really well. Even on both sides, there's a lot of questionable shots sometimes for both teams.
Surf Booth jumper good. Ties the game back up with 1.5 minutes left in the third. Liam Boss brings it up for Clemson. Looks like Dexter Jackson guarding him. They get it over to Ty White. Now he's going to follow no screen. He's going to reject it. Try to go baseline. Stripped by Evan Hill. The ball's rolling around. Ty White got it back and finishes. Good awareness there by the junior point guard Ty White.
Yeah, absolutely. About got stripped there, and he just stayed with it, and then he had a jumper there in the lane and way to knock it down.
Evan Hill kicks it back out. Ty White doing a great job on defense against Hill here in the third quarter. Hill has been held scoreless after a monster first half. As now he spins baseline, goes over to Bubba Chuck. 3 on the shot clock, back to Jackson. He's going to have to shoot a 3. Step back. Heave is up and no good. Rebound pulled down by Lombardo. We'll see if Clemson pushes for 2 for 1 here. Liam Boss goes to Ty White. Now down low to Dalla. 38 seconds on the game clock. Now to Buddy Love. Love in the post. 10 seconds left here on the shot clock. Buddy Love's going to get it over to Liam Boss. Now back to Dalla. Not great spacing for the Tigers, but they somehow get an open 3, and Dalla drills it.
Bang, bang.
I don't know how they got an open look out of that, Johnny, but something happened, and Dalla got freed up.
Yeah, I think who was defending Dalla just kind of blinked a little bit, or took his eye off his man and was maybe watching the ball a little too much, and he said, "Let me get that space and I'll knock it down."
Joey Thrills, 3-pointer, up and no good. Bubba Chuck gets the putback with 1 second left in the third. That's a big-time putback right there, Johnny.
Yeah, that was big time putback. USC was on a big drought, to be honest, and that'll help them going into the fourth. But kudos to Clemson. Way to finish the third quarter strong.
Yeah, they closed the third quarter out great. We're going to come back for the fourth quarter. 61-58. Clemson leads this one. CSBA on Twitch. We'll be right back. State Farm assist of the game is going to belong to Charlie Banks, who went up top to Lennox Rice early in the game. And that alley-oop was part of I believe, a 11-2 run to open the game for Clemson. As USC really battled back, took the lead, and then Clemson, lately here has got back on top here. Ty White's done a great job on defense, Johnny, and we're going to see what happens here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he definitely has. They put a more full game together. They got back in transition. Great look there for the assist in the game. That was probably a hard pick by them because there was a bunch of dunks there at the beginning of the game.
Charlie Banks pull-up jumper, no good. Rebounded, pulled down by Mo Buckets. So good defense by SC to start the fourth quarter. Ling Yao gets it over to Surf Booth, who attacks. Lombardo does a good job does a good job. Now the ball with Mason, tipped out of bounds, and it's going to go to Clemson. It looks, refs say it went off of Mason as Charlie Banks was all over him there.
Yeah, Charlie Banks with that sticky D, man. He got that strip though. That was a really good aggressive play there.
So Banks, the freshman, inbounding for Clemson. Now over to Baker Buehler, Walker Buehler. If you watch baseball, you know who that is.
Yeah.
Baker Buehler now with the ball on the wing. Gonna get a screen from Moses King here. Buehler now against Ling Yao, gets it over to King. 5 on the shot clock. King's gonna have to make something happen here. He's gonna pull up jumper, can't get it to go. Rebound chased down by Roxbury, and off goes USC.
Yeah, Yao's been kind of quiet in this second half, so definitely looking to see what he can do.
Neil Mason can't get it to go. Mo Buckets gets the rebound and then goes back up and fouled by Buddy Love from behind. So Mo Buckets will go to the line for 2 here to try to cut the lead to 1. Johnny, USC's still dominating the offensive glass. It was a little better for Clemson there in the third, but Mo Buckets pulls down a big offensive board here. And big reason why USC is, they're not. We saw that they're not shooting a great, as good of a percentage as Clemson is, but their second chance points or opportunities have been really good.
Yeah, they have. That's what's kept them in the game. Not too big of an advantage for Clemson. Kind of, I think I harked on last night with, I believe it was in the Purdue game, or maybe I was talking about in the Georgetown game. You can't let a team stick around, and Clemson's allowing USC to do that by allowing them to get all these offensive rebounds and second chance.
Yeah, I mean, when you see the disparity in shooting percentages and you see such a close game, that's the first place you've got to go to is that second chance points. And USC has played great on the offensive glass as Mo Buckets misses one there. It's a 2-point game now. Charlie Banks working against Neil Mason, swings over to King. Now back to Burgundy. They're going to run a little weave here as Burgundy drives in. Tries to go up. Had Lennox Rice there, but Burgundy gets him back and throws down a monster dunk on Ling Yao.
Yes, sir, but young fella, give that flex in there.
Ronald Burgundy, throw it down, fella. 63-59. He is putting on a show right now. He's had a couple highlight dunks in this game. The first one of the game, remember, he threw down that dunk on Mason, and now he throws down on Ling Yao.
Yeah, and and one. That's pretty nasty there. You got to clip that one, I feel like.
Yeah, that's definitely a clip right there as Burgundy converts the 3-point play. Clemson on top by 5. Neil Mason bringing the ball across half court for USC. 6:30 left in the game. Mason working left to right here. Ball tipped by Charlie Banks again. Is it going to go out of bounds? Now Mason's going to retain possession as he's trying to make something happen. Not a lot of space here as they get buckets off the screen. Step back jumper by Neil Mason, up and no good. Rebound pulled down by Rice, and off goes Clemson with Moses King. Nobody in front of him. Moses King goes up for the floater. That's up and good. The transition coming alive again for the Tigers.
Yeah, good look there. I definitely think in this fourth quarter, Moses King and Burgundy are two of your biggest keys down the stretch.
Ling Yao has been ineffective since the first half. Credit Clemson's defense, mainly Moses King, but right as I say that, he knocks down a 3.
Yeah, he was listening there for sure.
Yeah, they don't like when I talk crop on them. They usually hit shots when I do that. That happens like every day too. Up top, try the alley-oop. Roxbury snags that one out of the air. Mason's going to push in transition here. Mason's got a lane. He's going to drive in. Gets the contact. Can't finish. Good sportsmanship there by Burgundy to help Mason up, but nice attack there by the junior guard.
Yeah, Neil Mason's been a little quiet tonight, and that was one really good drive there. Got it going to the line.
I love how he got the contact there. It was so smooth that he Burgundy obviously has the height on him by about 6 inches, but Mason really attacked his chest there and got the contact.
Yeah, he did. He went right in the chest, tried to avoid the foul. I would say a little questionable, but I definitely think it was a foul because, like you said, it was kind of smooth. So I was like, I don't know, but kind of looking at the replay, I mean, yeah, that was definitely a foul.
Yeah, I mean, Burgundy was moving forward. Neil Mason just did a good job of initiating. And you're going to get that call more often than you're not. So good job by Neil Mason. He's definitely got that crafty layup package as a small guard needs to get that contact. So he knocks down both free throws. We got a 2-point game, 5.5 minutes left. Lennox Rice is going to bring the ball up the court for Clemson. Forget what I said about two-way playmakers. Lennox Rice is just a big man. I don't understand that one. Burgundy's going to drive in against Ling Yao. Spins now back out to Bueller. Over to Rice. Rice going to work around the perimeter. He's going to get it back to the freshman Bueller. 2 seconds left. Bueller's going to have to fire it up. Actually, he's going to get tipped away and shot clock violation. So good defense by Stan Strong. And you got to love that, Johnny, when you're not having a great offensive game. Stan Strong is still taking pride in his defense.
Yeah, absolutely. He really has. I think I may have said it earlier. I'm not sure, but he's found ways to impact the game, and it's been on the defensive end. It's been a big help.
Well, Buckets with the ball on the elbow, gets it up to Ling Yao. 3-pointer, got it again. What a game right now for Ling Yao, who's up to, I believe she's up to 22, maybe more.
Yep, 22 because he hit that 1-3, I believe. Yeah, he's about, I think it's 22 or 24. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, close there, 67-66, timeout Clemson. 4:45 left in the fourth. We got a fantastic game. This is going to be a great finish. Guys, let's get 75 in here. I'm not sure how many we have in here, but let's get 75 and get some giveaways for the end of this game. Wired said he's giving away stuff at 75. This game is definitely deserving of that, Johnny.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say for sure. Yeah, tagging locker rooms, get people in here. We need about 30 more people. This has been an exciting game. I wouldn't trade it for anything else because sometimes, yeah, I want to see teams get a win and get it over with. But sometimes these close games, it makes you want to watch and it makes you sweat a little bit.
Yeah, this is what the CSBA is all about, is these close games as they get it down to Moses King, who gets the layup to go. Well drawn up play to get the ISO on with King on stand strong there. Timeout SC. We're going to take a quick one. We'll take a quick one. 4:24 left in the fourth. Clemson with a 1-point lead. CSBA Season 3 on Twitch. We'll be right back. So back here to Little John Coliseum, campus of Clemson University, as the Tigers have a 1-point lead over the visiting Trojans. Ball inbounded to Neil Mason. Charlie Banks guarding him. Mason spins, tries to get in the lane. Got two on him. Let's see if he finds the open man. He doesn't. As Ling Yao out the ball on the wing. Fadeaway jumper from the baseline. Ling Yao can't get it to go, but what a move. I have not seen him do that in his season so far. But Charlie Banks now in transition. Two-handed dunk. He got up a little bit there, the small guy.
Yeah, he rose a little bit, got above the rim with that simple two-hand slam. Gotta love to see that when a smaller guy gets up there and rises up.
Roxbury with the ball now, or buckets rather, gets it to Ling Yao. Three-pointer, top of the key, can't get it to go. Ball pulled down by Rice. Clemson doing a better job on the defensive glass as of late. It's got them a 3-point lead. Transition to Banks again, and he said, this time I'll get up a little higher, and throws it down again.
For sure, definitely off the pass there. That one rose it up with the one-hander. Oh, gotta.
72-67, Mo Buckets at the elbow. Gets it over to Ling Yao. Comes off the screen. He's going to attack here. Gets into the paint. What you want as a coach. Goes up with the left hand and can't finish. Rebounded by King. But paint touches are important. As Charlie Banks now returns the favor. Block! What a block there by Roxbury. He got so high there off the glass.
Yeah, he did. I thought he had a layup there. I was like, oh, an even better play. Block from behind. Way to recover.
And Ling Yao hits the pull-up on the other end. That is maybe one of the best blocks I've seen. Someone clipped that block. That is a fantastic chase down by Roxbury there. We got a 3-point game. Baker Buehler in the corner working against Stan Strong. Charlie Banks running amok here. Neil Mason trying to keep up with him. As Baker drives in, goes floater, and blocked again by Roxbury. Ling Yao in transition, nobody in front of him, but Charlie Banks goes with the block. And what happened? The defense is coming alive here, Johnny.
Oh, man. Man, blocks galore. We had dunks. Now we got blocks. What's next? Are we about to have a 3-point shootout with 2.5?
We've got everything in this game so far. There hasn't been anything. We've got dunks. We've got 3-pointers. We've got blocks. We've got steals. It's been, man, this game has been something else, man.
Yeah, coming in here, in Clemson and USC are evenly matched, but they're definitely putting on a show for us tonight.
Yeah, y'all getting your money's worth in the CSBA tonight. Player of the game, Moses King for Clemson. King had a fantastic game for the Tigers. But, I mean, this game, I can't see this game coming or going down any other way than maybe to the wire.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's going to come down to the wire. It's going to come down to the last seconds. Whether it be free throws or somebody hits a last-second shot, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I'd be more surprised if somebody were to get a 10-point lead here late.
Roxbury inbounds to Jackson, who's in for Ling Yao, maybe a little fatigued here, or maybe they're pulling up Baron Thomas and sitting him here. But Neil Mason now on the elbow goes up Dexter Jackson. Looks like they're going to set a screen here. Jackson comes off the screen. 1 second left, fires up a three at the buzzer. No good. Rebound pulled down by Burgundy. Clemson going to push in transition here. Up top, alley-oop from Charlie Banks to Burgundy, and it's a 5-point game.
Oh, yeah, I saw that one coming. I said, uh-oh, Burgundy down the lane. As we see, another great lob.
It's like Burgundy's like 5th dunk of the game. He's becoming a pure dunker. Maybe trying to go for that dunk contest, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
Stan Strong hits the pull-up. That's big from him in these last 2 minutes. If he can get going here, USC can make a little run here.
Yeah, that was big there. Maybe that gets him going the last 2 minutes. Maybe something for Stan Strong and Neil Mason to put him over the top.
Banks steps out of bounds. He was trying to get to the corner to start a play, or the wing to start a play, and looks like he slipped and Foot went out of bounds, and USC is going to take back over. So a bonehead play there by Banks. Freshman mistake.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Maybe there's a wet spot on the floor. Just little mistakes like that could really hurt. But it happens sometimes. Trying to get set up for a play.
Strong trying to drive in. Burgundy plays good defense there. I think I saw Coach Convict throw some water over there. So we're going to give him that one. As Charlie Banks drives in, layup is good. And he looks at Coach Convict and says, put water here. 76-71, 120 left in the game. If you're USC, not sure why Ling Yao's not in the game. A little confusing on that one. But we're going to see what happens here. Stan Strong driving in. Goes up for the layup. No good. Actually, the ball's rattling around and pulled down by Rice. USC doesn't have to foul yet, but they can't give up a bucket here as it goes down to Burgundy, and he gets a bucket just like that. And, now they're going to have to play the free throw game.
Yeah, no doubt. That one. I'd say that one might be a dagger right there. I mean, we still got a minute to go, so it's crazy if they get a couple threes here. But
can't hit the three. Neil Mason there. Burgundy pulls down the rebound. 7-point game. I'm not sure why USC is not fouling yet in a 7-point game, but they're going to let the clock go here as Burgundy with the ball comes off the screen. Trying to drive in, kicks it out to Moses King. 3-pointer from the corner. Mr. Player of the game gets it right there, and that is for sure the dagger.
Man. Dagger right through the heart on that one. Let me check the splash zone.
Splash zone for sure. Stan Strong coming off a screen from Buckets. And, credit Stan Strong can't get it to go. Buckets with the putback dunk there. Credit Clemson for really closing this game out. We talked about it last game, how hard it is for young teams to close out games, but these Clemson Tigers look really seasoned.
Yeah, they did. They're playing like they've been here before, and that's what you got to do. You got as a young team, you don't want to show that weakness. You want to close games out. Don't make that mental mistake. And Clemson just did that tonight.
So Clemson's going to come away with an 81-73 win over the visiting Trojans. It was a fantastic game. Clemson just went on a little run there in the last couple minutes. Johnny, any last thoughts to this game before we head out?
This game was definitely money making for sure. We got the high flying dunks. We got the threes. It was great. I wouldn't hang your hat, USC. You were leading in a game that your two stars weren't shining exactly the entire game. You had two guys that are kind of maybe third, four options, and they did that. So imagine if you can get that with your stars going off in a game. You guys are sitting very well, and then for Clemson, heck of a game. Keep it up. Don't show show that maturity, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that. I mean, USC in past seasons, when Strong and Neil Mason didn't play great, those are the games they got blown out in. But tonight we see Ling Yao and Evan Hill step up, and that's why this game was as close as it was. So gotta love that aspect for USC, as now that they can keep games close with those bench guys.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, shooting 29 of 71. Like I said, at the end, there's just questionable shot selection.
Yeah, those things will be shored up. That's just that'll happen. So take a look at the quick stats. Moses King with 17 points. Burgundy with 17 points, 6 and 5. Good stat line for Ronald Burgundy. My player of the game, honestly. Charlie Banks had 16, 2 and 5. Ty White off the bench with 10. On the USC side, Ling Yao had 24 points. Not sure why he wasn't in at the end of the game. We're going to have to ask Coach Convict about that later. But 24, 2 and 1. Evan Hill had 14 off the bench, and Neil Mason had 9 points. Mo Buckets with 9 and 9. So Stan Strong struggled. So right now, I mean, it looks like USC is going to go as Stan Strong does as far as that. But if they can get that stellar play, like you said, out of Yao and Hill, and Mason and Strong have even decent games, USC is going to be a really tough team to beat.
Yeah, no doubt. And kind of thinking about in the second half, Yao and Hill were very quiet. I don't know if it's just the sets they were running or Clemson's defense locked in on them. But I feel like a couple times I hardly saw their hands with the ball. I mean, that was the hot hand. You got to continue to go to them.
I agree. Lessons learned all around. Great game from both teams. For Johnny Ward, I'm Nighthawk, guys. Another game coming up at 7, what time? At 10 p.m. Eastern. Should be another fantastic game. Wired's streaming that one. Don't want to miss that. We'll see you guys at that one. Thanks for tuning in.